Hey guys, this is Jay here. I'm going to do a guitar spotlight here. This is my oldest guitar and one of my sweetest playing guitars. This is a 1936 Carson J Robinson. It is a Montgomery Ward guitar that was manufactured by Gibson Guitars. Gibson made this from, what was it, 1936 to 1941. It's almost a, if I remember right, it's pretty much a complete replica of the Kalamazoo guitars. Note on this guitar, for as old as it is, it's only has a few things wrong with it. It's like it's missing one of the metal grommets on one of the strings, and it has just a, see where the pick worn through under the strings on the guitar, and then it's got a little crack in the top. And then the bridge has been customized. I think they said, based on the way it looked, it was probably done in like the 1940s, just to make the action lower. And the only blemish they really noticed, that as far as what would hinder like selling it and that kind of stuff, is the bridge has a small gap underneath it between the top and the bottom of the bridge. It's as thick as a piece of paper, you know, one little spot in there. The rest of it is fully bound down. They said that performance-wise, it is an excellent playing guitar for as old as it is, in 1936 to this year's 2017. So you do the math. Got some really good tone to it. And the thing I noticed about the guitar is, with as old as it is, it retains tuning extremely well. You don't really hear the strings going off key up the fretboard. It really stays in tune very well. I can tune this thing, let it sit in its case for a month or so and still pull it out, hit that G chord or D chord, A chord, C, E, F, and it sound the same it's supposed to be, which is amazing off of something that this old. Run through a quick little tune here, get to hear the sound of the guitar. You can hear it projects out really well. Got a nice sound. One of my buddy friends had a relative that just had this thing sitting in their closet. It'd been sitting there for probably at least a decade. No play, no nothing. And they didn't even know what it was or how much it was worth or anything about it. And they're like, hey, this thing's just collecting dust, getting older as the day goes by. And asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, sure. I didn't really know what it was or anything like that, and so picked it up, started playing this. I was like, well, this is a nice sounding guitar. And a couple months back, started looking to Carson J Robinson and found out this thing was manufactured by Gibson. I noticed the MW logo on the inside and seen the wards on it, so I started looking at Montgomery wards and found out this thing was only made from 1936 to 41, and this just happened originally. I think if I remember right, towards the beginning of 1936 it was manufactured by a different guitar company and then went over to Gibson. I have no clue what company it was, but some people said that it was completely done by Gibson, so I don't know which source to go by, but from design, from specs, everything on the guitar, they said the way it's put together matches exactly how Gibson was manufacturing their Kalamazoo's at the time, so they're like, it's a Gibson. So I was like, sweet, something made by Gibson. It's old, plays great, plays better than some of the new ones I've seen out there. I've gone to Guitar Center and all these things, pick up a Taylor, pick up a Gibson, Martin, anything like that. Some of these $3,000 to $4,000 guitars, and start strumming off the notes, and a lot of them don't even have as good a tone as this guitar does. So. And for a while I was debating about doing some custom work to it, like adding in an active Fishman pickup system, and I figured it was more like defacing a piece of art. So I'm going to keep it in the shape it is in, and that's about it. It's worked out great. So this is Jay signing off. Later.